Morning. I was just decanting some homemade apple cider vinegar, and I'm kicking myself because I didn't make the video whenever I was in the process of making it, but I will next time. So I just wanted to explain to you guys what the very simple process is of making your own raw, unpasteurized apple cider vinegar, and how simple it is. So my kids like sliced apples, and so I'll just cut the edges of the apple off, and then I'll leave the core and put it in this container right here that has a locking lid. And whenever it gets full, I will put about a half a cup of honey in it, and then cover it all the way to the top with water. I then cover it with a towel or paper towel, cloth, whatever, and a rubber band so that the fruit flies don't get in. After a week, it's already going to start to ferment. Then you take the apples out, put a lid on it, and let it sit another week. And in that time, it's really strong apple cider vinegar. You can smell it. And even if there is a little bit of scum or mold or anything on the top whenever the apples are in there because they're poking out, that's okay. You just scrape it off and it's totally fine. Anything under the liquid is in an anaerobic environment. It's not going to be contaminated. So anyway, put the apples in, cover it with honey and water, let it sit for a week, take the apples out, let it sit another week, and then you take whatever container. This is an old vinegar container that I'm using, and you just pour it right in. If you don't like the chunks of apple, the old pulp that's in there, then you can strain it out. I don't mind it. It usually settles to the bottom. And when this sits for a while, it will make its own mother, which is what it's called, the SCOBY, that helps speed the process for the next batch. And I'll show you. It looks kind of like a kombucha SCOBY, but there's a little bit of a difference. I'm not sure what it is in the bacteria. But this is the mother, and this one formed on its own in a previous batch. And so what I did was, if you have a mother, when you put your apples and your honey in, you can go ahead and add your mother in as well. If you don't have a mother, that's okay. It'll make its own. So I had one, and I put it in there, and it just sped the process up a little bit. And so now that I'm not making any more right now, I'm just going to leave this sitting in a little bit of apple cider vinegar and make sure that it stays covered so that it doesn't dry out. And it's ready to go for the next batch that I'm going to make. So we take this in our immune boosting tea, and that's pretty much anything that I have on hand that I can throw in. I like to make elderberry tea and syrups and things like that, and throw in yerba mate, and gosh, I have some other tinctures and things that I throw in. But the apple cider vinegar is also an immune booster, so I put a spoonful of that in there, and it kind of makes it taste a little bit like kombucha. So the kids like kombucha, and so they drink it. So this is the vinegar that I use to cover my herbs when I'm making vinaigrettes. And I just prefer this over the store-bought, and it's super easy, and it's a good way to use the apple cores that we have so many of. So anyway, that's it. That's homemade raw apple cider vinegar. I hope you all have a great day.